everyone. We are Inside Success, the best business magazine in the USA and the world. Our distribution spans throughout everywhere where you are, we can reach you. And today, we are most honored to have with us Mr. Sneh Desai.
Thank you, Moses.
Yes, the most respected, the most heard, the most viewed. He is the coach, the person you can listen to learn about your motivation, your life balance, and also how to create and maintain businesses. So thank you very much, sir, for your audience.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. Please take us through the world of Sneh Desai, your journey as a life coach, and inspiration that led you into changing lives through coaching.
I came up on stage at the age of 9, and that was through the inspiration of my parents. So during my school time, I attended many seminars and workshops on public speaking, communication, meditation, and that inspired me that I can add values in lives of people. So I started, talking about memory techniques to students and then public speaking programs for students. So that's how my journey started. So during the weekends and vacations, I used to share all this knowledge. So, you know, originally it was more about just passion, giving value. But when I turned 16, 17, I started realizing that I'm able to really bring a change in lives of people. And that's when I thought that ultimately, if we want to make some money, earn something, then this can also be turned into a profession.
Of course.
So that's how I converted my passion into profession at the age of 17. So then I started my own training company, and it's been now 18 years professionally when I'm into this field, and more than 2.6 million people have attended me live in my seminars and workshops across India and in 7 countries of the world.
In 7 countries of the world.
Yes,
That's impressive.
thank you.
Wow. Okay, so what is that one sentence or quote that truly describes who you are?
For me, the word or the quote I firmly believe is that give more and more and more. Because I personally think that the more you give, nature multiplies that and gives you back. So I don't ask this question that what's in it for me. I always ask this question, how can I add value?
How can I add value? And adding value is most appreciated if it is in the life of the person who also appreciates it.
Absolutely. And that's where inside success, I was really amazed at how you positively portray amazing people on your magazine and videos. And that's where I thought that it's a great opportunity for me, because when media is using the power to spread positivity, then it's one of the best thing you guys are doing.
Well, that's a moment of honor and appreciation for us. Okay, as an ultra modern life and transformational coach, what is the secret to your wealth of knowledge? Wealth of knowledge.
This is an amazing question, Moses,
Yes.
because at times people feel that we create everything, but that's not the fact.
Mm.
It's not like in India sitting under a tree and everything is downloaded. That doesn't happen. The fact is, we also have to take a lot of inputs, and that's how we produce some output. And inputs are through attending seminars, being in company with great successful people, and the most powerful thing I believe is reading. I was just 17, and till the age of 17, I would have read at least 200 books on success, money, business, psychology. And till now, I have read at least 2000 books. So every month, 5 to 10 books I'm able to read, spare some time for that. And that's how I gain knowledge in different subjects. And that's how I spread that.
Well, okay. Are there any methods that you use to determine your level of impact in people's lives through your life coaching, and how do you feel about the results?
You would have seen that lot many people give pep talks. There are hundreds of seminars out there and so many YouTube videos. But I use a powerful technique, and that is asking questions.
Okay.
Because I believe each and every one of us has answers inside. And if somebody from outside would come to us and say that this is what you should do, maybe that doesn't work. But if the same feeling comes from the person himself that this is what I should do, makes the difference. So I ask questions, I make people write their answers, and when they themselves write, it becomes a kind of a commitment for them.
Yes.
Another thing which I do is I make people meditate, and during the meditation techniques, I affirm them what they should do. So it goes at a deeper level.
Okay.
So see, as we know that there is conscious mind, the other is the subconscious mind.
Yes.
And conscious is 10%, the subconscious is 90%. And if the things remain, thus the information will remain at the surface level, doesn't change the person. It only changes when it goes deeper into the 90% subconscious. That's where the years of patterns and habits are. So when in the meditation there are right affirmations being used, when your subconscious mind is active, that brings a real change in lives of people. So for example, when we talk about results,
Yes.
so one of my participants from Kolkata, India, Ashish Singhania, he left his years of smoking just by one session, which has had never happened like in last 20 years. Or I would add on to that, Atul Kasath, he's from Nasik, Maharashtra in India.
Okay.
And he was in depression from last 11 years. He used to take 16 medications, 16 medicines every day. And they had gone to doctors and psychiatrists and psychologists, and even in India people go to Sant Mahatma and Tantrics also.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, he did not get that results which he was searching for. And that's where he attended my seminars. He went through meditative techniques and subconscious mind programmings, and he was able to bring that change in his life immediately. Just in 2 days, he left all the medications. He came out of depression, and the person who was just earning 14,000 per month started earning 4 lakh per month just in 3 years timeline. And today he's a very big businessman. He handles 7 different businesses. He's doing business in millions.
Well, I am very sure that everyone or anyone who is watching this video and this interview understand already that when you work with Mr. Sneh Desai, you learn enough that you can be able to practice what you have learned behind the curtains where no one is watching you. Yeah. So I think that your lectures, your trainings forms a habit in people's lives.
Yeah.
Please keep it up.
Thank you.
Okay. The results which you have mentioned, I believe they count as achievements, right? So if they count as achievement, please share one significant achievement so far.
So I can add one more story here.
Okay.
And Miss Jagruti, she was 28 years old when she came to me for the very first time. And by birth, she had some issue with her feet. And because of that, she passed through 17 operations, major surgeries, but she could not walk. She was on a wheelchair. And in that condition, when she attended me for the very first time, now my specialty is to help people change their mindset ultimately. And mindset has nothing to do with the issue she had. It was a, I would say, physiological issue, biological issue. But after attending my sessions, she got to realize one thing, and that is that it's not about my physical challenge, but it's more about my mental challenge, that I have made this a bigger problem in my life. And I made this as an excuse of not doing stuff or not living up to my standards. So after my sessions, she kept on attending different seminars and workshops. She got connected to me. She started traveling alone for the very first time in her life. And she got so much inspired. She came on a trip along with me, which I take with my participants. And she did bungee jumping with me. She did skydiving with me. Now, as you know that I'm a skydiver, I have done more than 300 jumps in skydiving. And when she did skydiving, which is actually a difficult thing even for a normal human being, and she was, challenged in a special way. So she did so confidently, and that's where she changed her whole mindset and she realized that I can do anything and everything. I don't need to, have this excuse that I'm challenged in some way. And today, the good part is that she is an entrepreneur, she is making money, and she is self dependent. And I can say she helps so many others like her so that they can transform their lives. So, this is a story which inspires me, and this helps me to help more people.
We would say that your achievement is not just about you, but your impact in people's lives.
Thank you.
You're helping people to realize their self-power.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, um, which of your workshops or programs would you say has been the most successful, and why? We have like the Growth Summit in Surat, Change Your Life Workshop, Train the Trainer program, and so many. Please, which of them has been the most successful?
Moses, we conduct more than 50 different types of seminars and workshops, ranging from spirituality, relationship, health, business, and finances. But when we talk about the magnitude of the event, then the Growth Summit, which we did in Surat last week, was one of the biggest event which we did. In a way that we had legendary speakers on stage. Sunil Tulsiani from Canada, Dr. Deepak Chopra from America, and Sunil Shetty from Bollywood, Gaur Gopalji from Spirituality, and a couple of billionaires who are the Diamond King in Surat. So yeah, it was a big magnitude event which we did, I would say, and a lot of people benefited. So yes, that's one of my memorable events, I would say. But along with that, one event which I personally like is the Train the Trainer event.
Okay.
The reason being, I started professionally on stage at the age of 17, and I know this for sure that I cannot reach the world, but I can make more people like me who can reach the world.
You are transferring your power. You are delegating. You are creating leaders such as yourself.
So I'm not a spiritual guru, and I'm not, I would say, enlightening people or giving energy. But then, I'm surely transforming the knowledge and the techniques I have through my experience, because I firmly believe that the world can be a better place if we have more transformational coaches, life coaches who can add great value in lives of people. Because schooling and college, I personally feel, is not enough.
No.
There are some real life challenges and resistance, and nowadays people need real life skills. So that's where these coaches who are trained through the Train the Trainer program, which we have trained more than 1300 participants still now, are providing great inspiration, knowledge, skills, and motivation to people in different aspects, different fields, and I would say different areas of the world now. So that's one of my favorites, because I feel that it's a very big mission I'm on to, and we have this dream of creating more than 10,000 coaches who can transform the world in a positive way. And when you become a coach, I personally feel that you are making money, but you're making money in a good way by adding value. So it's like earning with blessings.
Yes. And you are also a business coach.
Yes.
But you know that business really becomes better when it starts with a balanced life.
Yeah.
So being a life coach, to motivation and determination boosting, then into business coaching, it's some sort of out of the earth package. So, how do you manage to make your events extremely limited, and it usually fills up so fast?
I'll take that as a compliment. First of all, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So the fact is that I'm not great with marketing, I would say. If you check out my social media, I don't have millions of followers. But the people who attend my sessions, they find great value out of our sessions. And maximum people come to our sessions out of referrals, or I would say word of mouth. So if one family member is attending, for the next session he might register for a couple of more people from their family, or he would share that you should attend Sneh Desai's event, and that's how maybe 5 or 10 more people are joining our events. So it's like, the great credit goes to my participants who are helping us to fill out the classes faster.
It's organic, and
Yeah.
that's the best. Okay. For the past 25 years of being a life coach, what are the most challenging moments of your life and how were you able to overcome them? And did they change your life? In what ways?
This is an amazing question because the biggest CEOs of the world are not asked that have you studied from Stanford or Harvard, but ask these questions that what are your biggest failures and how did you come out of that? So when I started my career as a professional speaker or a trainer, that's where we had a lot of financial challenges in my family. And back in those days, we were in debt, living in a rented house. That's how I started my career. And my friends and people around me used to tell me that you won't be successful, you have selected a wrong career. Because I remember back in 2002 or 2003, when still YouTube or internet was not so common in India, motivational speaking or becoming a coach was not even a career option which was available back in those days. So yeah, we had a lot of struggles because lack of resources and lack of support. But I personally believe that if we hear ourselves, if we listen to our heart, that's where we find the right path. So that's how I started. There were struggles, but slowly and gradually, I made my way. And one more challenging situation we faced when pandemic came in, and that was a challenge worldwide, as we know, but especially for my industry. For 10 months, my training company booked a loss because we were not able to open up the auditoriums, we were not able to gather people, and to pay salaries and to sustain got very difficult for us. And that's where we had to adapt to online sessions. Till then, we used to do just the in-person physical sessions, and then we adapted to the online sessions and we created our studios and started delivering lectures through our studios. But that really helped me. It's like physical in-person sessions got cancelled, but on the other side, around the world, people were able to attend me online, and that gave me bigger opportunities, that gave me bigger mileage. And now I'm not just known to India, I would say. Now more than 30 countries, people from 30 countries are attending me online.
International Sneh Desai. That's impressive. Okay, what are your principles and strategies that you implemented that has helped you to become who you are today?
One word which comes to my mind would be authenticity. So what do I mean by that would be, in every industry, everyone wants to sell something, and they sell at times by exaggerating or saying things which are not true. And I personally believe that when you are true to yourself and to your customers, you might not have great footfall at first when you don't exaggerate. But once people are there, they experience you, your product, and that's where they'll automatically market for you because their expectation would be here and you will be delivering here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that really helps us. So only one word, that would be authenticity, and that's how I have grown in my life. And
You're keeping it original.
Yeah.
Over delivering. We would say, Robin Sharma would say, obsession with delivering above average.
Yes.
Yes.
And most of that obsession came to me from Tony Robbins.
Okay.
He's my role model, and Tony Robbins has always over delivered. Like, he brings all the energy in when he's on stage, and when he's leaving the stage, it's like he has given all he can. And that has what actually kicked into me, and that has really helped. And yes, I shared stage with Robin Sharma in Toronto, Canada, and I got to attend him again in Mumbai, and he also inspires me. And yeah, when you go extra mile, I personally believe that you'll always achieve success.
Yes, definitely. Okay, as a human, how do you keep up with the pressure of being your best at each new workshops or your programs?
So stresses are there, bad days are there.
Yes,
We do face challenges, but I personally believe that becoming a coach or a trainer is a very noble job which I'm doing.
Okay.
And I have this thought in my mind, and this is what I teach, that whenever you are adding values in lives of people, if somebody is negative and you're bringing positivity in his life, if somebody is into stress and you're bringing peace to his life, somebody has problems and you're bringing solutions to his life, then in a way you are working in God's organization. So for example, the role of the superpower is to bring more peace, more positivity in life of people, right? To bring more solutions. But that does not mean that the God personally has to come down and do that.
You have to be here. You are the God we are seeing, of course.
So I believe we are agents of God. I personally believe that we work in His organization,
Yes.
and we all can do that. Doesn't matter even if we are not a coach or a trainer, but in whatever we do, when we give our best in that, this is what we are doing. So when I have this feeling that I'm connected and my job is to work for his organization and bring positivity in lives of people, that is my driving force. That keeps me inspired, and this is even what I teach. For example, if I'm conducting a session for 1,000 people, and in the auditorium or in the ballroom, if there's a guy who is simply handling the door, welcoming people, or a kind of a security, even if that guy is doing his job perfectly, he is working for the higher organization. So in anything you do, when you do it at your best, I believe you're working for him, and that is what inspires me.
They say that if you want to reach a king, just find the person who is taking care of the kitchen.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. So, who are your role models, and what impact have they made in your life so far?
I have many role models in my life because I personally feel that at every age and you know at every stage of my life, role models have changed, and in different fields I have different role models. So for example, in spirituality it could be Sadhguru
Okay.
or Mother Teresa.
Yes, Mother Teresa. Amazing.
And when we talk about life coaching, it could be Tony Robbins, Robin Sharma, Dr.
Yes.
Deepak Chopra. And when we talk about, let's say, fitness, health, so I have so many names in different fields and different aspects. And one of my role models presently is Sunil Tulsiani. You have
The
met
World
him.
Cup.
Yes, the World Cup. The reason being, I just got in touch with him in last year December, but just in 1 year he has added so much value in my life as a mentor, as a friend, as a partner. So this is what I feel, that there's so many people. I can give you hundreds of names because I've got this opportunity to meet so many amazing people in my life, and the credit goes to all these people for what I am today.
Okay, thank you very much. Welcome back again to Inside Success exclusive interview with Mr. Sneh Desai. And this time we call him the International Sneh Desai. Thank you. Dr. Desai, please, how are you able to remain effective and deliver great results while coaching people of different industry sectors and all walks of life, without you actually experiencing their concerns in real life?
Right. This is an amazing question, but Moses, it's like you don't need to be depressed if you want to help somebody who's into depression.
That's true. That's true.
And surprisingly, I just recall that I started parenting programs
Okay.
at the age of 19 when I was not a parent, not even married. And I was teaching parents how to basically raise kids. But what I'm trying to say here is that, see, I have my subject knowledge and expertise, and that's where I know this, that there could be 1,000 problems out there, but the solutions are only 10. So people might come up with all kinds of different problems, but as I told you, the solutions are very specific, and just a dozen of solutions are out there. So couple of those solutions can work for majority of the challenges. Back in I would say, 90s in India, do you know doctors used to have this medical practice where they were not labeled medicines. They used to have, open generic medicines.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if you know that in India, but
Mm.
then how used to that work was, it was like the yellow medicine, the blue medicine, the white medicine.
In bottles and in
Yes,
some bamboo sticks.
absolutely.
Yes.
So, the issues can be 100, but medicines were only 4 or 5.
Yes.
So it's like that, and that's how we relate to majority of the people, because 80% of the problems are not outside, but they are inside. And when you start working on that, automatically the person is going to find a solution outside.
Definitely.
So that's how we help people.
Okay. What are the traits and qualities you look out for in your listeners or students that you believe can help them to achieve their desired goals during your trainings?
Number one would be their open-mindedness and receptivity.
Yes.
Because whatever we teach, if they are not open to accept or ready to learn, then it doesn't work for them. And second would be their eagerness and energy to implement what they have learned. Because nowadays information is available everywhere. We are living in the information age. Internet has, like, ample of knowledge available, and it's like on tip of our fingers. But the question is that even if you know everything, how much you are putting it into action. As Tony Robbins says, that knowledge not used is garbage. So if a participant has this quality that he's ready to implement, that is going to help him achieve his goals.
Well, that's classic. How are you able to maintain consistency and ultimate focus in pursuing your life-changing goals, owing to the fact that there are several distractions in the world today?
Right. Yeah, that's very true.
Your mantra.
Robin Sharma yesterday said a very nice thing, and that is, no device day.
Yes, 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 yes.
So he shared this idea, and I believe that that's something which I have been doing directly or indirectly, and that is to have two different devices, two different mobile phones. One which has got all the social media and all the extra stuff you need, and the other is just for your work. That phone number or that mobile does not have anything extra. So majority of the time you keep that phone with you, so that you're focused, you don't have any extra notifications or distractions, and the other phone you only take when you take a break, or when you are not working on something which is your priority.
Yes.
That is first. Second would be each and every day daily goal setting process. So before I go to bed, I know that tomorrow what are my important tasks or important goals which I'm supposed to focus on. And I make a list of that. And next morning when I start my day, I again just go through that list and focus and work on that, so that I'm not distracted. Majority of the people get distracted just because they don't have that goals list in front of them.
Okay.
So if it's there in front of you, then I believe you can be focused always.
I know one thing they say is setting smart goal.
Yeah.
They say there's a S for significant goal, and M for measurable goal,
Yes.
A for attainable goal,
Yeah.
R for realistic goal, and then T for time bounded. And Mr. Robin has talked about time,
Yeah.
time management.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I believe you are also a coach. Somebody should interview you.
I would happily go for the interview. Okay. What is a Guru Code app all about, and what are the Sneh World's future agendas?
Right.
In other words, where do you envision yourself in the near future?
Right. So, Life Gurukul app is a free app which people can download on their phones, and it has got more than 30 different topics, workshops, and seminars to add values in lives of people. And it has got some health programs, it has got some spiritual programs, it has got some business and goal achieving programs. So all these programs we have, uploaded on this app so that people, as they use Netflix, they can use this app and upgrade themselves, learn something new, and make their life better. Because it's not possible for everyone to travel, to come down to in person events. So at least their phone is always there with them. They can watch and learn anytime. Secondly, we vision ourselves that in coming 5 years, Sneh World would be one of the leading companies in India providing trainings to millions of people. Now we are already doing that in a way, but still we wish to grow and scale so that, see, our country, India, what I've observed that so many people are focused on IPL, watching news in the evening, or else movies or web series. That's good. That's good for me time. That's good for recharging yourself. But along with that, if everyone starts focusing on 30 minutes of learning each and every day, that will really help them make their lives better. So, entertainment is already there. I want to add some education to that entertainment. So if the person has, let's say, 90 minutes of free time, it's okay if he gives 1 hour to the entertainment, but how about if he adds that 30 minutes to education? So that's going to make his life better in every way. So that's the whole purpose, and that's where we want to add values in lives of people. So that's the reason we are creating coaches. That's the reason we have this Life Gurukul app. And Life Gurukul app is also open for trainers and speakers to launch their courses, and it would be our app will maintain it, will invest for them, will market it, and they can simply have their courses and create passive income out of the app and provide value to the lives of people.
Okay, dear viewers, check this side of your screen. We're going to tag the banner or the logo of Gurukul app. In another word, it is called Sneh Desai on mobile. Okay, so you can make money by being a coach. You can as well by yourself get to meet him directly online, virtually, and everything else that you have as questions can be answered on Gurukul app.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. Okay, what is your primary goal to achieve in your upcoming events? Please, you have to list out the events which you are going to have and share the primary goals. And are you expecting anyone, any special guest? Who would be that?
Right. So we have an upcoming event called the Super Rich Workshop. The purpose of this 2 day event, which is a 20 hour of workshop, which helps people to decide their financial goals and strategize how they can achieve those goals faster. And that's where we focus on building as many as people reaching 100 crore in their life. Now, I personally feel that when one achieves financial goals, he or she is able to express and contribute so much to the world. So that's the purpose. And second program which we are doing, that is how to build $1 million business by writing or authoring a book.
Wow.
So I believe a lot of you might be dreaming of becoming an author, and not just an author, but to become a best-selling author. Now I have written more than 11 books, and I'm honored to say that my 12th book, which was just launched last week, it was co-authored with the legend Brian Tracy and Sunil Tulsiani.
Yes.
So, you know, that book is now becoming an international bestseller, and that is possible for each and every one of you. So we have designed this 2 days workshop, which is gonna happen as an in-person event in Ahmedabad, Gujarat on 21st and 22nd of January. In that event, we are also bringing a legendary speaker, and that is Jack Canfield,
Amazing.
who is featured in the Secret movie also. And Jack Canfield is very well known for his book Chicken Soup for the Soul, which has been sold more than 600 million copies in the world. That's like the second best after Bible in the world. and he'll be there online. Obviously, he's not going to travel to India right now, but he'll be also teaching that how he sold so many copies and how he was able to add values in life of people and how he made millions of dollars after becoming an author. And he also sold the title Chicken Soup for the Soul book for $37.5 million. So he's gonna come down online virtually and share all his secrets. And me and Sunil would be there teaching people how you can grow your business by becoming an author and ultimately have that fame that everybody wishes to have. Because everybody wants to be famous, you want that the world should know you, that this is a great opportunity.
Um, you've been dreaming of writing about your life story. I'm talking to you, the viewer. Please pay attention. You've been dreaming of how to write your story. You don't have to be an expert in writing. You don't have to be an expert, an experienced person in writing. If you come to the event, you will have one-on-one with Dr. Desai, and he's going to guide you through on how to convert your life experiences, your life stories into an amazing book. And you might be one of the beneficiaries of the over 600 million copies in the world.
Yeah.
You will do the numbers.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Yes. Do you aspire to take your workshops and events to any part of the world? And where would that be?
So at present, we are doing sessions in 7 countries of the world. That includes Canada, America, UK, Australia, and yeah, we want to go to more places. That's for sure.
Yes,
We want to come down to Africa.
of course.
We're going to go to Europe because I believe, see, there is a need and necessity for all this knowledge across the globe now.
Yes.
Because post pandemic, everybody is facing some or the other challenges in their lives, and there's a word called competition out there. So if you're doing the same what millions of other people are doing, you will be in the rat race. So if one needs to come out of that, that's where this sessions really help, and we want to help as many as people we can around the globe.
I believe you are enjoying this interview. If so, you can click the follow, you can like, you can share, you can just pick out the number on the screen and talk to Inside Success. And we are your gateway to Dr. Desai. Thank you. So, Dr. Desai, if you were to be at your zenith today, what would it be and look like? What type of business would you be running and owning? The type of people and lifestyle you would be living?
Wow, I need to think about this. But then I feel that it would be exactly the same what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Because if I have to reset my life and I have to start it again, then I'll choose the same field, the same career, and the same businesses I'm into right now because I feel this is the day I'm living. And probably sometime back, I would have like dreamt that Inside Success is taking my interview, and this is already happening.
It's already happening.
So yeah, I mean, this is the day I feel.
Well, it's a very good sign of humility because you are contented. Contentment is one of those gateways to happiness in life.
Thank you.
So, in your perspective, what is the difference between money and success?
This is an interesting question because I personally feel many people need to know this difference.
Yes.
Money, as we know, is a tool.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a tool for transaction, giving and receiving. Money can give you financial freedom, that's for sure. But when you talk about the word success, it has a larger viewpoint. And then we are talking about being successful in relationships, we are talking about being successful in the health or fitness area, being successful even in giving, donating, and helping people. So, a successful person can have a lot of money, but a person who has a lot of money is not necessarily successful. So, this is the difference, I think.
That's the best I've heard. As a vibrant leader of the young age group, what does smart parenting mean in 21st century?
Smart parenting, I personally feel, is that the parents need to realize that their kids are more smarter than them.
Wow. Please, hands up. This is amazing.
Because see what is happening, especially in India, I don't know across the globe, but then in India, all the parents wants to teach their children something or the other. Sir, can you teach him this? Can you help him focus on studies? Can you make him understand this that he's doing wrong? And I'm like, see, they are learning from you. It's not about what you teach them, it's about what they see. And when you put kids in the right environment, they'll automatically learn. See, even if you don't teach a child how to walk, he's going to learn that. Even if you don't teach how to speak, he's going to start speaking the language which is being spoken at home. So, this is going to happen in every segment and every area of their life. So, if you want to raise a smart kid, then just bring the right atmosphere and environment at your home, and that's going to happen. So for example, if husband and wife are fighting, and if they teach love to their kids, it doesn't work.
You cannot give what you don't have.
Yeah.
Where is the one place that everyone can find answers to their problems and questions? Is it maybe in your workshop, in your book? Where do you think that this?
Let me take this opportunity to market my book.
Yes, please. Yes.
And that is Change Your Life.
Yes.
But let me tell you, I don't think so that a book or one seminar has got all the answers. I'll be very honest with that. No doubt, when people read this book, they find answers themselves. They have found amazing solutions to very big problems. But the fact is that I personally feel that it's a process, and each and every day when you explore yourself, when you learn more, when you read, when you listen to interviews like this, when you read, let's say, Inside Success magazines, and be a part of a learning journey, that's where slowly and gradually, I don't think so that you will find solutions, but surely you will find that your problems are dissolving. It's not about finding answers, but it's about realizing that the questions don't exist.
Exactly.
But that's a process, and I feel that everybody has to go through that process. You have to give some time to the learning journey.
So the question and the answer is actually in the life and in the mind of the person.
Yes.
It's a matter of the time and the dedication to realize it.
Very true.
Okay, there is a bonus question and something that our viewers would really want to learn. If you have stayed with us up to this point, this is something for you. Listen. What is the role of spirituality in business success?
No one had asked me this question ever before, and I'm so happy that you're asking, because people have asked me what is spirituality, but role of spirituality in business, this is a good one.
Yes.
Because as our body is standing on the spinal cord, if the spinal cord is not there, we'll fall. Exactly the same way, in business, when you make money, when you scale up your business, when you are on the epitome of it, the fact is, if you have this spiritual foundation, then it really works, like the spinal cord. Because when you pile up the money, when you have all the success in the world, the fact is spirituality becomes the spinal cord on which you can enjoy the success and money. You can be fulfilled, grateful, and happy with your life. And particularly in the business world, the challenges and the stresses we have can be really, dissolved, overcome by spirituality.
Dear viewer, you need a coach who understands the various aspects of human life. Okay, so Dr. Sneh Desai is a life coach. He understands different aspects, different levels of energies, and he is the person that you can connect with in order to stay in line and connected with that aspect of spirituality that also helps to boost your business. Okay, because where there is a quirky foundation, there is no strong structure.
Yeah.
So we are very happy to be with you today, and it's a learning time and moment for myself, for our team, for the viewers, and for everyone with us. Thank you.
It was my pleasure, Moses, and you have got amazing energy and you genuinely want to help people. That's something so nice, and I'm really thankful to the Inside Success who gave me this opportunity to share this knowledge with you guys.
The pleasure is mutual. Thank you.